The Carlinkit brand recently launched their latest CarPlay Media AI Box just a few weeks back. This new model is called the Carlinkit T-Box Ambient model, and this is also an early 2024 model from this famous company.
Hey friends, I'm Shaz and welcome back to the Ministry of Reviews.
This new Carlinkit Ambient model runs on the Android 13 system with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage, and also an SD memory card slot so you can increase the storage space. It also has the SIM card slot so you can use your data SIM card or even connect it with your mobile hotspot to enjoy the internet. It's got the Google Play Store so you can download different apps. It has the split screen and the video in motion function. It works with both iPhone as well as the Android mobile and runs in most other car models with CarPlay functionality, plus many other functions. So let's first do a quick unboxing to check out the contents in the box, and then I will take this out and connect it with my car and then start testing the different functions and features of this new Carlinkit Ambient T-Box model. So keep watching, guys. Alright, so we get the CarPlay device inside, and we'll come back to this in a while. Let's check out the other contents in the box. All this inside the box, so you have the user manual with all the instructions on how to connect this with your car and how to connect this with the different cables. So that's one. And then you get two cables. These cables are used to connect the device with your car. Now this is a type C to type C cable, and this is a type A to type C cable. Now one end of the type C cable connects with the device, and the other end connects with the USB slot in your car, and depending the slot you'll have to use one of these cables. Now let's come back to the device. As you can see, this is the new design of the Carlinkit model. It's called the Ambient model. So when you switch this on, you will see the lights come up. So these are very nice RGB kind of lights that come up when you switch it on. You've got the name of the brand on top. Now in terms of the connections, you've got this side with the connections. So this is in the middle type C connection. This is where you connect the cable that connects with your car's USB. Then you've got the SIM card slot as well as the SD memory card slot. Now one thing to keep in mind is when you're connecting this, need to make sure that you insert the cards in one particular way. So for example, when you're putting the SIM card in, make sure that the metallic side is facing up. So you insert the SIM card and then use the SIM pin like this to just push it in till you hear the click. There you go. And then same for the SD card, the metallic side facing up. Insert and then insert all the way in till you hear the click. So that's it, very easy to insert. Just make sure that you insert it properly, otherwise it will not be recognized by the device. Now let me take this out and connect it with my car, and then we start testing the different functions and features of this new Carlinkit T-Box Ambient model. So keep watching, guys. Alright friends, so I'm in my car. I've got the device ready here with me, and now I will connect this with the system of my car using the USB cable. But at the same time, I would also like to see how long does it take to start and get to the main home page of the Android system. So I've got my stopwatch ready here as well. So I will connect it with the system of my car now, and then I'll start the timer. Alright, so it takes about 29 seconds for the device to start and get to the main home page of the Android system that looks like this. Alright, so this is the main home page or the landing page of the Android 13 system on this Carlinkit Ambient CarPlay Media Adapter. Now it looks very different to the ones that I've been testing, but it looks nice. So let me give you a quick tour of the layout. So on the top left you've got the time, you've got the connectivity, and if you remember, we've inserted a data SIM card in this device just to see if that works. So we can see it works. It picks up the signal 4G here. Then you also have the icons for Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and then you've got some of the shortcut icons to some of the recently used apps or the ones that are running currently, and then this icon here is basically the full app view icon. These dots here, basically that takes you to the full app view. So this device has so many of the pre-installed apps already on it, but you can always go to the Play Store here and install more apps if you want. Back to the main home page. Now this is a navigation view, and you can change the app that you want in the navigation. I've set this up with Waze, but you can set this up with Google Maps or any other navigation application that you prefer. On the top right, you've got media playing and some of the other shortcut icons here. You've got settings, AutoKit is for wireless CarPlay and the wireless Android Auto, and then you've got the Bluetooth phone connectivity if you want to connect this with your phone for making calls, music, and other things. And then again, this is another icon to go to the full app view like this. So quite easy, very nice layout, very user friendly. You don't have to go to different areas to look for what you want. So very easy to navigate, and in fact you can change the layout slightly as well. You've got a few options on that. Now what I'll do is, in order to test the performance of this new Carlinkit Ambient car media adapter, I will start testing different applications and the functions and features, just like I do for other devices that I test on my channel. Now the first thing I would like to actually test is whether the connectivity through the data SIM card is working. So we've already inserted that. The device is picking up the signal here. As you can see, the signal is quite strong. This is a 4G device. It's not a 5G, so even if you have a 5G connection on your SIM, it will give you a maximum of 4G connection. So let's quickly check if that connection is working. So let's go to, for example, YouTube and pick up a video just to see if this thing is working through the data SIM card. Alright, so the internet is working through the data SIM card, and we've tested that by the YouTube app. In fact, we can go and pick up a location as well and see if navigation is also working through the data SIM card. Yeah, it is, so that's really good. So the data SIM card connection works quite nicely on this device. Alright, so the other way to connect internet is through the mobile hotspot. So I've removed the data SIM card from the device now, and let's now connect it through any Wi-Fi connection or mobile hotspot. So let's go here. I've got switch on the Wi-Fi, and then you will see that it will get connected automatically with my Wi-Fi network or the mobile hotspot. There you go. So it's connected on the Wi-Fi now. So two ways to connect internet. One is either you add a data SIM card or you connect it through the mobile hotspot connection. Alright, so now let's start testing the different applications on this very nice Carlinkit Ambient device. First thing, let's try to test the navigation, which is right in the middle. In fact, you can go to the full navigation view as well if you want. Let's pick up a location. We've already got this location set. Let's go now. In fact, you can switch on the navigation voice as well. I've switched it off, but you can switch it on. And as you can see, navigation is working quite nicely. Now the next thing I would like to test is YouTube. Now YouTube is one of the most frequently used applications at home and in cars as well. So let's test a few things. Now let me close this app because I just want to see how long does it take to start the YouTube app. Now all apps are closed. Let's go to the full app view and then click on YouTube. Alright, it's very, very fast to load, extremely fast. So as soon as you click on an icon for an app, it loads up really fast, and all the thumbnails are also appearing. So that's quite decent. Now let's go and play a video.
Hey friends, I'm Shaz and welcome back to the Ministry of Reviews.
Alright guys, so now you can control the volume and other things through the steering wheel control. So as you can see, I'm managing the audio controls, the volume through the steering wheel, increasing it as well. So that's quite a nice option. Now the reason I'm playing this particular video is just to see whether the audio and the video is in sync. This is one thing that my viewers have asked me to test on these kind of devices. They've experienced some issues with a few devices where when you play YouTube videos, the audio and the video is not in sync. But in particular case, let me increase the volume.
Now, before I explain to you the rules of this giveaway contest, let me tell you a little bit about this latest Superbox S4 Pro Android TV box. This device runs on Android.
Alright, so as you can see,
the
the audio and the video is completely in sync. And the other thing I want to see is whether we can skip scenes without any lag or buffering. There you go. So we can do that as well. Let's bring it back. Alright, so YouTube is working quite nicely. In fact, we can see if we can get the full 4K output as well. So it's playing at 720p now, and we can go and see if we can have, alright, so we have 2160p, so we can play 4K resolution quality output on this YouTube app. Alright, let's play another video on YouTube.
Android TV box for every two.
Alright, let's see if we can get a higher resolution output on this one. Let's try the 4K one, you know, why not? Alright, so it's 4K now, and it's quite clear, but you know, in terms of the difference, clarity difference, it's not a huge lot because the car screen is already very small. Alright, so this device has a very nice feature called the split screen feature. You know, this is a very, very useful feature, especially if you're traveling with your friends or family. Now, what it does is it gives you two apps running at the same time, side by side. So, for example, let's say if you're in navigation, you just go to this icon here, click, and then you need to press on this, select split left, and then the navigation would appear on the left, and then you can select another app to run on the right side. Let's pick up YouTube. There you go. So you've got navigation running on the left side, and then you have YouTube running on the right side. And both these apps are active. And I really love this feature because, you know, I travel with my family and often they would want to watch something on YouTube or, you know, some other app. So very, very nice feature to have. Alright, so now let's test the Netflix app. So let's go to the full app view and then select Netflix. So as you can see, it's very fast to load the different applications. It's quite quick. Really like the speed on this device. And then let's play one of these videos. Let's play this one. Alright, so Netflix seems to be working quite nicely. You know, the good thing I've noticed when we're playing the different video streaming apps is that there is no buffering or disturbance of any sort, and the output, the quality is quite nice, and the clarity, the brightness, colors are also really nice, as you can see. So this is Netflix. Let's try to skip. And it skips quite quickly. You know, that's one way of testing the speed of a device. When you play YouTube or any other video streaming apps, just try to skip the scenes. You know, if it skips quickly, instantly, then it tells you that the device is quite fast. In particular, in this case, it's quite fast. You double click and you see it moves really quickly, just the way we saw in YouTube as well. It was quite quick to skip scenes. Alright, so Netflix seems to be working fine as well. Alright, so let's test some of the other applications as well. Let's go to the full app view. So as you can see, there are so many different apps that are installed or pre-installed on this device, but you can go to the Play Store or the APK Manager, like APK Installer, and install more apps if you want. Now, a lot of the video streaming apps are available on this, like the Prime Videos, the Bet Plus, Hulu, SkyGo, and many others. I don't have login details for these, so I can't really test them. But one thing I can really test is the Live TV app, which is one of my favorite apps to run in the car or at home. So you can actually go to the App Store and download this app for free, but you need to buy a TV package to, in fact, play this with the different channels on. So I've got my test package here just to test the performance of this particular device. I've applied that here. So let's go to the Live TV app and test a few channels. So let's start testing from this one here. Let's blow this up. So full screen. Yeah, the volume is working.
A scramble in the box. That's Lawrence Shanklin.
So that's quite nice. Now let's try to change channels.
For the hosts.
About that student of yours at the university and his awful final project.
I'm Becker, what's your name?
Was für eine Blamage für den, der sich das ausgedacht hat. Und was für eine Schande auch für Sie.
For their role in the 2022 trade involving Evgeny Dadnov.
All right, so the Live TV app is working very nicely. The quality of the channels that I'm getting on this particular device, and the speed, absolutely no disturbance or lag of any sort, and it's quite fast when you move from one channel to another. It doesn't take a lot of time. So quite happy with the Live TV app on this Carlinkit Ambient device. All right, now let's test the all-important wireless Apple CarPlay connectivity. So we click on this AutoKit app, and the next step is basically go to the iPhone for Apple CarPlay and look for this new device as AutoKit T-Box Plus. Click on this, pair the device, allow it to sync contacts and favorites, and use CarPlay. So that's it, a very quick connection to the Apple CarPlay. There you go. So quick to connect on the wireless Apple CarPlay. And again, this is a one-time setup. You just need to create this connection between the mobile and this device through the Bluetooth. And then every time you switch on the car, you can quickly go to the Apple CarPlay directly without, establishing the Bluetooth connection again. So quite easy and quite fast. And this is the homepage of Apple CarPlay. Now, I will not explain the functions and features of Apple CarPlay in this video. If you want to know more about it, you can simply go and watch my other videos. The whole point in this video was to see if Apple CarPlay is working fine with this Carlinkit Ambient device, and if it connects quickly, and it does. So quite happy with the Apple CarPlay connection. Now let's go back to the main homepage. All right, so let's test the wireless Android Auto now. So we click on this AutoKit again. Then we go to the Android mobile, open the Bluetooth settings, and look for this AutoKit T-Box Plus new device. Click on it, pair the device, allow it to sync the contacts, and that's it. So the Android Auto connection is pretty fast. You just get 2 messages, and then you will see that the mobile will start establishing the connection with the device, and in a few seconds it will take you to the homepage of wireless Android Auto. Alright, so now the wireless Android Auto is connected. This is the main homepage. It looks quite nice. You've got the navigation on the left side, you've got so the media running, you've got some of the tasks here, and this is the standard, the Cool Walk Android Auto version. If you want to have the full screen of the map, just need to click on this, you get the full screen. If you want to see all the different apps available for the wireless Android Auto, just need to click on this button. So the wireless Android Auto seems to be working quite nicely on this device. So if you want to know more about wireless Android Auto, just simply go and watch my other videos, but overall it looks quite nice. That's it, friends. So this was a very quick review of this new Carlinkit Ambient car media adapter. We've tested quite a few of the different applications and functions of this device in this video today. a couple of things I really love about this device. One is definitely the speed. Though it takes about 29-30 seconds for the first time for the device to start and get to the home page, but once it's on, it is very, very fast when you move from one app to another, or when you're opening an app, when you're running the app and searching for content. It's extremely fast, and it's very stable. It doesn't buffer or drop frames or lag when you're playing videos or any other streaming content. So very impressed with the speed of this device. So guys, if you are interested, if you want to buy a decent car media adapter from a good brand, then I would highly recommend you going for this one. You can simply go to the link in the description of this video that takes you directly to the official store of Carlinkit, where you can buy this very nice and fast Carlinkit Ambient T-Box car media adapter. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.